Hey everybody, this is Howard Crampton Jr. with Reunite with Passion, and I want to talk about one of our human needs, and this need for significance. And if you've been following my videos in the past, you should understand, hopefully, what the human needs are and how they work. And if you're just jumping in, you've seen this video, you've seen me for the first time, the foundation of my work is human needs psychology, and it seeks to explain why we do what we do in our behaviors. So in any action that we take is to fulfill a certain need. So I get an email this morning from LinkedIn. I get their updates, newsletters, and they're talking about this huge issue with Facebook right now. And apparently with releasing this timeline, and if you're all familiar with Facebook and the timelines, it goes back from the very day that we had started our profile. And what's happening now is a lot of people are coming out and they're upset because of some posts and comments and things that were said and shared on their timeline that they swore was initially private. But what's happening in Facebook started trying to find what this problem was so they can create a solution, right? And with technology, typically you just write some code and it's all taken care of. Well, what they found is that there wasn't that issue. There was no issue with past things being revealed from private to public, and that they were all public. And a lot of them had to do with these teenagers back then and getting, just wanting to share whatever they wanted to share. So in tying this with our need for significance, the need for significance, some code words for it are this need for standing out, this need to be recognized, right? When we're significant, then we're recognized for who we are, for what we do. We're unique, right? And we all want to be unique. We all want to be just a little bit different from our neighbors, from our family members, right? We don't want to be exactly the same as everybody, because then it's not our identity, it's somebody else's. And if you ever grew up and maybe had some issues with your parents because they wanted something for you that you didn't want for yourself, well, why is that? Because that wasn't you, right? You were unique. You had a different way of expressing who you were other than what your parents wanted for you. So I want to get this out because in fulfilling our needs, there can be extremes. There are constructive ways to fulfill our needs, and then there's destructive ways to fulfill our needs as well. And too much of anything is never really a good thing. Anything, really. So with this, and again, relating it back to this topic, because it's a huge uproar, and what they're talking about now is how do you fix a problem that was never really a problem to begin with, at least on the side of technology. So now there's this huge uproar that they believe is going to go on and on because there was not ever really a technological glitch. It was a human error, essentially, and people sharing stuff that now they look back and go, oh my gosh, how could I have said that? How could I have done that? I was hoping that kind of just went away. Can you relate? Have you ever said something that you wish would have just maybe erased from your mind and from life itself? And now these things are starting to come out. So be careful in the way that you express yourself. Be careful in the way that you want to get your message and express your identity and live the way that you want to live. And, in this topic of teenagers, there's this level of mortality that they don't really understand. Where they believe they might be immortal. And hey, maybe it's not just kids, but adults too. We think we can do what we want and get away with it. But obviously, that's not always the case. So be careful in the way in which you go about fulfilling your needs. So with this, what I would like you to do in the comment box below is share some more constructive ways that you go about expressing yourself. Maybe you can share with other people too, some experiences that you've had in the past, and maybe some changes that you've made as a result of some of these experiences and how it made you feel. Again, too much of anything is never a good thing. If we're really trying to stand out too much, what we do is we separate ourselves from other people, and that violates our need for the next need, which is the need for love and connection. If we want to be so significant, we're always putting ourselves above everybody else, well, guess what? You just created a separation between you and this group that you really want to connect with. And then there's all these other consistency things that come along with it that now, because we stated this publicly, we can't go back on our word now, and we see this in politics, don't we? So I'm going to end it there. And again, if you would, just share some experiences, share some things that maybe you've said in the past, and maybe how you were able to eliminate those, or even just get through them. Maybe it's something that stuck there forever, but you had to learn to deal with it. and now you are stronger and more confident than ever before, and more wise even because of that experience. And maybe you're out telling other people and expressing to them how they can do the same thing. So if you'd like to share that below, that'd be great. And if you have not yet opted in for your free Most Valued Needs assessment, do that too. If you're new here, sign up, get your free assessment on which needs you value most. And then give me a call, 661-524-6093, or just shoot me an email at howard@realloveandmarriage.com. And I'd love to discuss with you how I can better serve you and your vision for the future. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.